Hola, and welcome to our channel Between the Lakes with Mike and Yvonne.
We've been busy moving house and downsizing in the UK, hence the reason for the delay in getting this episode out to you. We've moved from our 4-bedroom house in Dewsbury to a tiny little house in Cleckheaton.
But more about our downsizing in a later episode.
Today we want to talk to you about buying a house and our experiences of buying a house in Spain, in Torrevieja, in the wonderful Costa Blanca.
We started looking online at home like most people do. We looked at different areas, different properties, different prices to see what we liked.
We have in fact heard of some people that have bought online without actually seeing the property or its surroundings.
They're very brave.
Very brave.
We think having a couple of trips out to the area would be a great way to see if that's what you're after. That's what we did.
Yeah, we made 2 or 3 trips. We looked at different properties, dozens of properties in different areas. We saw different estate agents, and this gave us a great insight into what we thought we wanted.
Yeah, we had trips out with Habitat from Los Montesinos, Vincent and Casas
Manuel,
Benioff,
Sun, Sea and Selling Houses. Eh?
Yeah, Damon took us out,
He
didn't
did
he?
indeed.
And Casas Espania in La Siesta.
We really liked Los Montesinos, Ciudad Quesada and the areas between the lakes like San Luis, Torretas, El Chaparral and Limonar.
So we narrowed it down to these areas.
We liked the mix of Spanish residents and also being part of an urbanisation where there are lots of British expats.
And we also wanted to be close to amenities like supermarkets, shops, bars and restaurants.
Our second trip out with Casas Espania, we viewed an upper bungalow in Altos del Limonar.
And that just come onto the market, so we were the first to see it.
It had a large solarium and that was a big selling point for us. It also had 2 bedrooms and a big balcony.
It was just what we were after, and it was in a good area, near to everything, and it was only a short bike ride to the town of Torrevieja and the sea.
We thought about it overnight and then we decided that it probably was the one for us. We have come close a couple of times. One in particular in quite near Los Montesinos, had a really nice balcony. It was a lovely property, it was big, but it just wasn't quite right for us. It was just a little bit too isolated. So we went down to Casas Espania the next morning and we put in an offer. The service from Casas Espania was really good.
But I wasn't happy with the kitchen. It felt dark and enclosed. I like open plan, so the wall had to go to make way for a brand new kitchen. We also had a boiler fitted and the rest of the house was painted.
Gareth at Casas Espania arranged all the building and renovation work and they did a great job for a very fair price.
They also recommended a solicitor, Sheila Garcia, to do the house purchase.
And not only did she do the conveyancing, but she also did our Spanish wills, which is something everyone needs to consider when buying property in Spain, because your UK will does not cover Spanish property. So we bought the house in February 2017.
Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day, that's why we call it Casa Valentine. So the initial visit to Sheila's office, the solicitor, was in February, and the first thing she had to do was get our NIE numbers. And you've got to have the NIE numbers before anything can happen. You can't buy a house or a car without an NIE number. So that's the first thing she had to do to get the ball rolling. It takes time, so she did other little bits of paperwork as well. And we came back in April and we did all the paperwork in one go, didn't we?
She took us to the notary office in La Xenia to do all the legal stuff and to sign for the property. And then she took us to the bank, which was next door, to open a non-resident account with Sabadell.
Yeah.
Sheila was great and went through all the costs with us. She made sure that there were no hidden surprises, so we knew exactly how much it would cost.
It's worth noting that when you buy a property, just add on about 15% and that'll cover the expenses, particularly the property tax, which is 10%, and all the other little bits and pieces, land registry fees and things, which you're going to go through in a minute. And that'll cover the expenses of buying and you'll be somewhere near at 15%.
So we paid €59,000 for our property, and so the breakdown for the roughly 15% goes like this. You've got your property tax,
which is 10%, as we've already mentioned, and that's €5,900.
And the notary fees?
Notary fees are €800 and they are certifying the documents.
The land registry?
Land registry, another legal requirement, that's €400 and that is to register the property in your name in Spanish law.
Non-resident bank fees?
Non-resident bank fees have gone up 25% since we bought in 2017. They used to be €30 a quarter and now they're €40 a quarter, so that's €160.
And the solicitors' fees?
They're 1,500, but that does include the will writing service that Sheila offered us, which we accepted.
And then the house insurance?
House insurance, €200. We use a company called MapFree, which are a very large Spanish insurance company. I do believe it's a legal requirement and that's why it's on this list. So that totals to €8,960, which represents just over 15% of our property cost. Like I mentioned before, it's 15%, but if you bought a property that was €1 million, or even €250,000 or €500,000, it wouldn't be 15%, it'd be a bit less than that. It'd be a lot less than that, in fact, I think probably nearer 12%, because the proportion of the money on the other bits, excluding the property tax, that's always going to be 10%. That's 5% towards the difference, but on a £1 million sale, the difference in those items, which should be round about the same, not much more, would be less than 5%, if you see what I mean. So like on $1 million, it might be just 2%.
Both Casas Espania and Sheila Garcia did a great job for us, and we would definitely recommend them to look after your property purchase in Spain.
We'll put both their details in the description below if you want to contact them.
Sheila organised and set up all our direct debits for water, electricity, council SUMA, home insurance and our community payments.
And just looking through our bank statements, I've just to give you this information, the electricity, for example, when we're not there, we pay a standing charge of between 18 and €26 a month. When we are there, it's usually about between 60 and 80 a month. The water, we get 3 monthly bills of between 38 to 42-ish on average. So that works out around about €12 a month, which is really cheap for your water. And then the SUMA bill, we get one big one of €150 and we get 2 small ones at £21.36, which we think is for the bins. And Connect Fibre provide us with our Wi-Fi and we pay €20 every month. And I think it's a rolling contract, it's on a 2-year contract. We had a choice of paying €20 a month or paying €35 a month, but being able to switch it off. And we went for the €20 a month because I thought it's not really worth switching it off, you don't really save that much. But possibly now that we can only go for 90 days at a time, we might consider doing that. We'll just work it out and see how much it costs. So that's something to think about. And the only other thing we get is we make 2 payments to our community management company that look after the pool, sweep the streets, look after the lighting in the urbanisation. And we make 2 payments, one in April, I think the other one's in November or something. Yeah. And those 2 payments, they're $87.30 each, so our community charge is very cheap, it's about $175 or something. And those are our bills. We found the whole buying process to be really good. At no time did we feel pressured or out of control.
At every stage we were kept informed and communication between us, Casas Espania and Sheila the solicitor was spot on.
Spot on.
Spot on.
Spot on. Well, that's it. Thanks for watching. We hope our experience of buying a property in the wonderful Costa Blanca has helped you get a handle on the process.
Please let us know your thoughts in the comments.
We should be along soon to the sunny Costa Blanca. We're hoping to get there within the next few weeks anyway. It's just that, as we said in the intro, we've just downsized from our massive mansion in Dewsbury to our little terrace house in Cleckheaton. And just to give us a bit of extra money so we can continue to visit the Costa Blanca. Is that right? Is that what we've done before? Extra few quid, eh? And I can retire a little bit earlier. That's the whole idea. So on that note, it's time to wrap the video up. So it's a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. It's a thumbs down if you haven't enjoyed the video. Please subscribe if you haven't done so already.
We're nearly at 1,000.
Wow, I know, it's fantastic. And don't forget to hit that notification bell. 3, 2, 1.
Bing!
Adios!